Hey everyone, topic number 3 is how we can generate business together in the real estate world. One of the things that a lot of wholesalers and real estate investors are doing, or at least thinking about doing, is, hey, let's go find all the probate attorneys and let's mail them stuff and let's get all these hot leads. So what I thought I would do with this Rylas show is ask them, how should people work together? Is it something they should look to do? What works, what doesn't work? How you doing, Rylas?
I'm doing good. So I love this topic. I love this question. In our earlier video, we mentioned my relationship with my friend Pace, who's introduced me to some of the real estate world here. He's invited me to speak at some masterminds that he's done for some of his students and just a few select students. And I came up with a guaranteed way to get in front of a probate attorney. So
All right.
uh, you hit it in the beginning. I get a bunch of mail. There's so much noise as an attorney, and I think also as a business owner. When I own my own firm and mark that on LinkedIn, oh my gosh, I get probably 10 things a day of from different marketers,
Yeah.
and I get like 5 magazines a week. Because I'm an attorney, Arizona, California, Nevada too. I'm inactive in Nevada.
Wow.
So there's so much noise. So I think a lot of the wholesalers or people, they have a great thing like, oh, I'm going to send them this and this nice thing. Maybe those could work. It's just kind of a timing thing.
Right.
But my guaranteed way in is you bring them a client that needs their services, right? That always works. That
Yeah.
they'll answer the phone, they'll talk to you. And here's as I'm sitting in the masterminds and those different things, and I'm hearing Pace and also Jamil with his astro flipping students, how
Right.
they're coaching people. I'm seeing the gold of them discovering all the probates,
Right.
meaning they're knocking on doors, they're calling people, they're finding situations where people have real estate that they want to sell, but the title is in the name of someone who's passed away.
Hmm.
So I would say the way to work with probate attorneys, I know a lot of people buy the list of probates that are already in action. So
Yeah.
that's something a little bit different. So if understand if you're getting the data there, they already have an attorney. They've
Hmm.
already got the person appointed authority over the estate.
Hmm.
So a lot of times, depending on the attorney, they already have their team, right?
Right.
The attorney has his friends that he likes to give the real estate work to,
Hmm.
or a lot of attorneys will kill your deal, as I tell people.
For sure.
They'll for whatever reason. So that can have its challenges, but I would say the opportunity is discovering people that need a probate that don't realize it. So when you're prospecting, whether that's cold calling, texting, door knocking, I've had some wholesaler friends here. They always have great stories, and I
Hmm.
think that's kind of the reason. Probate's kind of interesting too. But they found someone. She was living in the backyard in a tent, and it was like her son that passed away.
Oh, wow.
It was like his house, and the utilities were off. So, but
Wow.
that's um, there's the boots on the ground is how I look at it. They're finding those situations. So
So in that example, just to carry it through for folks that didn't put it together, mom's in the backyard. And for that matter, mom could have been in the house for that matter. It didn't matter where mom was. Her son, who owned the home, passed away. And again, he probably didn't have any kids. So the rules say the asset goes up to mom. She didn't know that, I'm guessing.
right, and these wholesalers, they kind of discovered it, and
Yep.
I met them recently, or they saw me through Pace. They work with Pace, the guy that brought me this one,
Yeah.
and so they called me like, "Hey, Rylas, like, is this a probate situation?" I was like, "Yeah, that's what
Exactly.
this lady needs to get out of that tent,
Yeah.
like that house." And I don't remember why she was in the tent. I think there was something, maybe the house, there's some problems with it. I think
Okay.
there was a fire or something in the
Got
house.
it. Yeah. So again, it's always this story. But yeah, again, where we're going with this is how to get in front of how to get on the team, if you will, of a probate attorney is to bring them a deal, right? Or I don't know, a client. A deal is probably the
Yep,
wrong
and
word.
then
A client.
to probate attorneys, that's a deal, right? They want the legal
Okay.
work.
Yeah, of course.
So let's
Yeah.
bring them one of their types of deals.
Yeah. So if you're a new wholesaler, again, I have a whole office in Fresno, 3 or 4 of the offices are with wholesalers. So folks, if you're in that business and you find an opportunity, I suggest finding your go-to probate attorney and working that relationship and bringing them a client. That's a great idea.
Yeah, and then once you bring in that client, that's your foot in the door.
Right.
That's like your first date.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you wanna show them the way you impress them is you make their life easy. You make the attorney look good. You
Mhm.
say, hey, I'll get that house, all the personal property there, we'll get an inventory of it done. So
Yeah.
the kids out of state, so they know exactly what's there. So you're handling needs that the probate attorney would have to figure out, how to get done,
Yeah.
and
Add value.
you're adding value.
Yeah.
Now, the other secret I've kind of uncovered, or just the way my office works, you want to get to know their paralegals, help them out,
There you go.
because they're doing a lot of the work. They're the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
So
Just so people realize what the ratio is. How many paralegals support you?
so I have one that does all my probate and trust administration, and then one that does all the estate planning.
So how many? It cut out for just a second. So two?
Too.
Two. Okay. And would you say that's about the similar ratio, or other attorneys in this business may have more? I'm just trying to figure out the ratio.
Um, there's all different shapes and sizes of law firms now. There's a
Okay.
lot of lawyers that are just one man shows that don't
Hmm.
have a paralegal at all. And then there's I have a couple other attorneys as well. They share those paralegals as well. And then we
Okay.
have another receptionist.
Gotcha.
So sometimes it just depends on the firm. There may be like 4 attorneys that have one paralegal, or
Yeah. Okay. And again, the other thing that we mentioned in our first episode together is probate happens, right? You can't, it's part of life. And as wholesalers, I guess one of the things I want to put here is probate deals or leads or opportunity. I think a lot of people are selling them as easy. And what I want people to realize is it's a people business. Um, it's not as easy as some of these people that are trying to market lists and all of that. It's not fast. Maybe, I don't know if we want to hit timing, but I mean, probate deals can take months, if not, quarters, right? So let's talk about that.
yeah. Yeah, definitely not easy. And Pace, before I send him any deals, he went through a lot of he did a lot of hard ones for me. I would say, like, he looked at property, weird stuff.
Like
And
what's a weird stuff?
like it was like a couple hours out of town,
Okay.
like
Yeah,
stuff no one wanted to deal with.
I got you. Pace is a good dude, that one. Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram. It was like a scary looking house. And yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then it took a couple of those before it's like, what, let's give them an easier one.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, folks, and the other thing to realize here, as a probate attorney, I don't mean this to sound crass as it may come across, but you have constant lead source. People are dying all the time, right? Again, it's natural.
Yeah,
So
100% mortality rate.
yeah, it's 100%. Yeah, exactly. Happens to all of us. And the idea here is Pace invested. He invested up front, and he invested multiple times, and he had no expectations. And it was you that said, okay, this is the guy that's now on my team, and let's give him an easier one.
Yeah, yeah. And then my paralegal. So now she knows. So leads will come in,
Mhm.
and so I'm creating an attorney membership program to help coach attorneys. And
Yeah.
one of the things I'm going to teach them as well is that when your phone rings, be looking for these leads for real estate. So we'll have people that will call us,
Mhm.
and maybe like their husband died, that they want to sell their house,
Yeah.
but they're a joint owner on it. So they really don't need any legal work per se, but they need help liquidating their house.
Right.
So we had one. Uh, his wife passed away. He wanted to move back from Arizona back to California to live with his daughter, and he had
Mhm.
like 3 houses he wanted to sell.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
but they're all titled in his name. So,
Yeah.
and then my paralegal go, hey, should we call Pace on this one? This looks like one that,
That's awesome.
so
Pace, nice work, buddy. Congratulations. So Rylas, how can people get a hold of you? Again, they can probate, estate planning, all this stuff from episode 1 and 2. Working with wholesalers is a great idea.
yeah. So through my website, danalegalhelp.com, you can reach out to me that way. I'd say my Instagram as well is at Rylas D. So my first name, last initial at Rylas D.
Nice.
So they can, message me there or follow me there as well.
And you have a YouTube channel, right?
Like
and you have a YouTube channel?
Yes, I have a YouTube. So my YouTube channel, the best one is Mott Legal, MAAT Legal.
Okay.
So Mott Legal is a company where I'll be doing the coaching for attorneys.
Got
So
it.
that's where we're going to offer our estate planning. So I've developed some software, and I have a specific digital asset trust as part of my specific planning. So plan for like what happens to your email, what happens to the pictures on your phone and computer, or if they're in a cloud. We cover those things as well.
Wow, very cool. Well, Riley, thank you very much for this. I look forward to our weekly conversations at 9 Pacific going forward.
Yeah, me too. This has been fun. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, buddy. Take care.